Being upwardly mobile means equipping yourself with cultural intelligence tools to succeed in global business, whether you are an Indian manager or an expatriate colleague. As we all know, India's time has come to go towards superpower status. And we're often told about the enduring quality of our soft power, which is our culture. Let me share 3 facts with you here. First, there are 3,138 foreign companies currently operating in India. We equip over 100,000 MBAs annually to fit their teams. Yet, the scope for cultural misunderstandings both ways is infinite because of a non-availability of a common global behavior standard. This is what inspired me to write Upworldly Mobile. In my first book, Doing Business in India for Dummies, I had explained working successfully in India from an expatriate perspective. This book, Upworldly Mobile, works for both sides to meet in the middle. I think what makes this book unique are the real-life stories that go into it, that we have collected over 16 years at Global Adjustments of working with over 75 nationalities that have come to do business in India. I have retold real-world scenarios in a simple, entertaining and practical format where you can dip in and out of the book at any time. Upworldly Mobile is intended for any Indian professional, whether he's a manager or an entrant who has to work with the world virtually or in person in India or abroad. It is also useful for the expatriate manager who's trying hard to come to terms with understanding what makes the Indian tick. By reading Upworldly Mobile, the expatriate understands maybe what his teams don't know, and he learns to interpret what he sees from a different cultural lens. For instance, that Indians use a limp handshake not because they are weak, but because they have that as a sign of respect for authority. There are 4 main themes in this book, which we have put into 6 parts. The first is knowing yourself as an Indian, being able to succinctly explain your own culture, your behavior and where it stems from in a confident way to the world. The second theme that runs through the book is understanding the other culture. Whether you interact for a meeting and greeting with an American, or a negotiation with a German, or an interaction with a Japanese are 3 different scenarios. The third theme is gauging the situation and using cultural intelligence tools so that you can work in the middle. For instance, being able to say a solution-oriented no to a deadline when you know you can't meet it is crucial as a learning for all of us. And the last theme talks about strengthening ourselves in areas where we know we lack confidence. For instance, the art of small talk or networking in a social or business environment. Upworldly Mobile is based on the principle of strengthening your Indian roots and flying on global wings. Success is being comfortable with who you are. My whole team at Global Adjustments and I are comfortable dealing with any culture. If we could do it, then so can anyone. I'd like to leave with a small Sanskrit saying, Paropakaraya Punyaya, which says, making others feel comfortable is part of success.